Tom from Tom's Tunes. We are back with another double-decker restoration project. This boat came all the way from Tennessee up to Michigan for us to restore it. It's a 1992 JC, 24 foot long, 8.5 foot wide. We're gonna change this boat completely to make it look like a new boat again and to keep that nostalgia because it's been in the family since it was new. From the outside, you can see these are the JC, it's an older style railing. Nothing super fancy to them, they're usually unanodized, a lot of times a little thinner diameter, but it has that outdated 1992 look. We're gonna rearrange and move that upper deck slightly to make our new layout work on this 24 foot boat. Being that's 8.5 foot wide, that's an important thing to remember if you're restoring your boat, is measure the width of the plywood that's on the boat already, because that's going to play in big when you order your flooring kit. As you can see, it's got the original blue carpet. This is the original owner of this 1992 boat. We've got the classic JC seats, wood bases. The new seats that we're putting in are going to be all plastic bases, so no risk for rot. It actually looks like some stuff's been replaced in here over time. We're going to stick with the same layout. We might move this upper deck a little bit if we need to, but this might move forward. Ladder is going to stay in the middle. If we look at the console, it's not even bolted down. So we'll make sure that the new console, is a large console we're going to use, fits better and is bolted properly to the floor. We're going to go with a stern entry as much as possible here. We'll have to look at how it all lays out when we see how the uprights play in, because these uprights are bolted into the railing, believe it or not, really sturdy. They're not even bolted to the floor, just tied into the railings. But this back piece is really unique to this boat. It's actually tied into the side railing, and then this back railing piece that goes out, so nothing goes to the floor in this back one. We may be rebuilding these uprights altogether depending on how they play in to the new railings that are going on. That's the starting point. We're gonna tear this thing down, take it apart, and rebuild it from the pontoons up, including a third pontoon. No, I'm up here. Ha! We are all finished with this 1990 JC, now a tritoon double decker. I'm gonna come down and show you what we did down below. This top deck got the same vinyl that you see down there, all brand new, ready to rock and roll. This is the gray luxury seating from pontoonstuff.com. Tons of storage under all of these seats. That's a question that we get a lot from our customers is, will I have enough storage? Every single seat has storage underneath in this boat. Tons of it. Gray teak, the woven vinyl flooring. We come on in, our ladder to the top deck. We did have to rebuild, so these are built from scratch, the uprights for the upper deck to tie into the railing kit. As we go into the back, we have our standard L seating. You're used to seeing this. The difference is we don't have a speaker down in the corner. On this boat, we've got 2 speakers, 1 in each corner. Reclining luxury captain's chair on a sliding pedestal. This boat got hydraulic steering. We'll show you why in just a second. Glove box. We've got all sorts of gadgets on this boat. You don't see any gauges other than the fuel gauge because this boat is rigged with a Mercury, so it has a mobile app. All of the stuff that normally a whole gauge cluster would have to do, but now it's just on the phone directly from the motor in real time. We've got our horn, our navigation lights. We have chargers here. We have our docking lights out the front. We've got interior LEDs on the floor, so some accent lighting on the floor. And we can do the same up top. It bounces that blue light off of the black headliner that we installed for the upper deck. If it's dark and we just need a little bit of courtesy lighting, we can do that too. We have white lights for that. And then our accessory switch on the end here powers up our stereo. This is a custom upholstered piece. We take it to a local upholsterer and he does a great job mimicking that same diamond inlay that you see on the luxury seats. We have a battery system over here. So we have a starting battery and a house battery, big deep cycle 31 class on a 4-position switch. Our fuel system, 22-gallon fuel tank. We always try to push, especially on the new outboard, a water fuel separator and filter. Stepping out onto the back deck, I love when there's a little bit of space to walk around. So if I'm swimming, I want to get off the boat either side, or if I need to jump off on a dock, I can walk across the boat and do so. We have a heavy-duty stainless swim ladder on that starboard side. And one of the obviously huge additions on this boat is this Mercury 150 Pro XS. This motor is why we needed hydraulic steering, that C-Star steering. It's gonna move this boat along with all the people, all the gear, the coolers, whatever they need. Let's take a look from the outside real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Stainless steel cleats. We have our docking lights. Those are LEDs, super bright. And then we have our LED nav lights on the wall. This is what's possible for your old boat. This boat's over 30 years old, and now it looks just like all the brand new ones out on the lake.